Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz. I love the battle that these two teams have whenever they come up against each other. It is hard fought and it always seems to go down to the wire. For Australia, they were able to bounce back up, having lost the first T20 international, to win the second to take it into a decider. Australia won the toss and elected to bowl first, and they were able to keep India to a modest total of 130. Thanks to some excellent bowling and also within the field. And then with the dew coming in, it probably assisted the Australians as they were able to all really get starts, but in the end, comfortably win by 6 wickets with 1 over to spare. Kim Garth coming into the side for Darcy Brown. She was able to have immediate impact picking up the first 2 wickets. She has a knack of doing that. Then Annabelle Sutherland and Georgia Wareham, they were able to combine nicely, bowled 8 overs between them, 4 for 35, really restricted India and stopped them from really getting any kind of partnerships. Then Deepti Sharma. India always turns to Deepti Sharma. First highest run scorer, 30. And then when they needed to break the opening partnership between Healy and Mooney, she was able to do that and pick up both of the wickets. Then you have the young and the old. Elise Perry in her 300th game and Phoebe Litchfield just starting out in her career, but they were able to combine nicely. 36 off 20 unbeaten, and those two seem to love batting together. Now I know Kim Garth got player of the match, but I want to highlight the standout player for me, and it has to be Elise Perry in her 300th game. And what made it even more special was probably the format she was playing. This is a format that actually saw her out of the Australian side, but she has fought so hard and is probably indicative of where she's been able to adapt her game to the impact that she had in the clash last night. She was able to take 2 great catches, but then right at the end, she was able to ensure that Australia got over the line. She finished it off in style with a 6, her strike rate 160. Women's cricket would not be where it is without Elise Perry, and she has to be my standout player. 300 games for her country, the first Australian female. I'm sure there's plenty more left in the tank. It's been great to see both sides improve throughout this series, but the biggest area, and I'm glad to say it, is the catching. It was really poor at the start of the series, especially in the ODIs, but when we've flicked to the T20s, both sides have lifted in that area, and that's really important because we know fielding plays such a huge role, especially in T20 cricket. There is a worrying sign though for Harmanpreet Kaur, and she hasn't got into double figures at all against Australia this entire series. Yet she's the type of player that can take on the Aussies and has won crucial games. You get a sense that she's saving her best for last. Given the fact that the series is 1-1, has she got 1 left in the tank to ensure that India secure a famous victory against the Australians in the T20 series? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. It all comes down to the last T20 international, as it probably should be. Series absolutely tied. Australia fought back. India, can they rise to the occasion? The next game, big crowd in place. I don't really see the Australians making any changes unless there's a few niggles. India may think about bringing Ishaq in, whether it be for Amanjot Kaur or Sadhu, bring in a little bit more spin, take the pace off. That might be the way forward for India. But if India get on top of Australia, it will be a famous victory. Remember that T20 World Cup, not that far away. Tune into Cricbuzz for the recap of the entire series.